What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome to another episode in my path to power. We are headed into the weekend league. And oh my goodness, if you have played it, there are serious highs and serious lows in this weekend league. And the one thing that I've taken away from it in my time so far, I haven't gotten to play as much as I would have liked. But my one takeaway is that I am the master of none right now as far as formations go. Like very, very apparent. And you'll see as we progress through this journey. I'm going to do an episode today and potentially try to double up here or there. But we'll get through the weekend leagues game as the week progresses. And you'll get a better idea of how I'm doing and things like that. So we're really just prepping or getting our team ready, making sure we've got fitness in a good enough situation, because we just did go out and buy this team to prep them for the weekend league. And I think it's a really, really strong team. I like a lot of the players on here. I think it looks really, really good on paper. But like many of you guys, I am trying to find my play style per se this FIFA. Generally I like going with that slower possession style of game, but I don't know if it's that effective because I end up just getting countered. Like I'll have 15 shots on goal, or 15 shots total, 9 on target, 1 goal. My opponent will have 3 shots the entire game, 1 on target, and it'll be 1-1. And I've got to figure out how to combat that in order to be successful. So you're going to see finally we're going to get things started, but slowly progressing just like you guys do. I want to show you that I, like you guys, take just as much time trying to, tinker with my team and figure out if I can do anything like just a little bit differently. I was like, oh, Thiago, you could use a Maestro style. I have one of those. That would be a good fit for you. So we're going to go ahead and tell me I'd play that on him. Yes. No? Yes. Okay. I was like, Japes, that is a perfect chemistry style for Thiago. So I tweeted out too some little musings or thoughts on FIFA. Arturo Vidal should not be used as a lone CDM. And that became very apparent to me in these first few matches because he still ended up in the box with the high attacking work rate. I was like, oh, no, this is not good. Arturo, that is being a very, very naughty boy. So he should not be used as a CDM. Goretzka, the Schalke CM, is better than Thiago as a box-to-box player. I think Thiago as an attacking mid is probably great this year, but his fitness doesn't stack up, and he's not a big enough presence in the midfield. So this is game 1 of the weekend league for me, and this happens. So we're going to let this slow play out. So I'm going to give you an in my mind behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, my controller died. What can I do? Oh, it wasn't my controller. Let me turn it off and pull the batteries real quick. Pause the game. Let's pause the game first. We'll try to do that. I can go ahead and move back and forth. All right, we should be good. Maybe just a little bit of a delay, a little bit of a glitch. No problem. We'll just pop right back into the game. It's the first one. We're in the 9th minute of the game. And to the guy that's like, Japes, I tweeted out. So what's going to happen here is I am going to disconnect. So I was able to successfully throw the ball in, and then my player just dribbles it out of bounds. But you can see I'm still able to move around, and I am 100% online. We're going to go ahead and turn the controller off this time. Just maybe thought it was a weird issue or something like that. Changed the batteries. Wasn't sure if that restarted. We're good to go. So we dribbled it out, and then he throws it in, and we disconnect from the EA servers. What a start. This instantly put me in a sour mood and put me on tilt. So for those of you guys that, I don't know exactly where tilt comes from. I picked it up from League of Legends, which is a game I play occasionally. I'm not that great anymore. I think for those of you guys that play, my main account is Platinum 5 or something, or Gold 1. I don't know. I can't remember. I've definitely ELO'd a Kate. But tilting is referring to something that happens in-game that just totally wrecks your, at least for me, I consider it to be something that totally wrecks your concentration and when I tilt on FIFA, everything goes out the window. My patience is gone, right? This just put me in a sour mood for this. Because I was like, well, there goes one loss straight away, less chance for a win or whatever I want to do to get to the next level. And I just couldn't believe it, because my understanding this year is that the Foot Champions is to be played on dedicated servers, which should mean a good connection for everybody. Or those of you that speak proper English, everybody. Now, that is in theory a really, really good thing. But when it doesn't happen like that, it becomes a seriously annoying problem. And that is what that was for me. So I started to tilt. And this game, you'll see it a little bit. So this guy does not have a very well constructed team, in my opinion. The 4-3-1-2, actually, those of you guys that know the sideman Josh, or Zerka, as he goes by it, like, what is that? Look at Peace Check on the line. So this was like the icing on the cake for me, like 36 minutes. He just like lets it go past his foot. And I was like, I just do not need to play. Like, generally speaking, if it was not the weekend league, after that DC, I would do what I normally do and just stop playing FIFA, right? Because I've realized that over the years, the best thing for me to do in situations where FIFA like really gets me going is to just not play. Like, put it down when it does that and go do something else. But because the weekend league is a limited time frame, I am not able to do that, and that's just not great. So the weekend league is a really, really good thing and a really, really bad thing for kind of that sense. But we do manage to get one back here with Arturo Vidal, who, even though he's still playing CDM, is just inside the opponent's box. I would not play him as a CDM ever. Do not do it. I don't care how good those defensive ratings and stats look. It is just not something to be done. You need somebody with medium-high work rates, or low-high, somebody with a high defensive and anything but a high attacking in the CDM spot this year. That's my opinion. Arturo Vidal, don't mind if I do, bails me out in extra time. He is King Arturo. And you'll see in a later episode, or like the next kind of volume or mini, this like first weekend league mini series that we're going to be doing, within Path to Power, of course. But Arturo Vidal is one of a few midfielders on Ultimate Team that can absolutely win an entire midfield and an entire match by himself. There is one other player that I've found can do this, both against me, playing against him, and for me in a draft. And that player is Luka Modric. He is worth his weight. However many coins he's worth, get him. I also think Conte is obviously very good as a CDM, but Conte is no Modric. He is no Vidal. So what I want to do is look for a way to get not only Vidal, but also Modric into a squad, and get them into the squad together. But and this is me going out and recognizing like Vidal is not a CDM. So we're going to go out and we're going to pick up Lars Bender, not his brother Sven, who plays for Borussia Dortmund. We're going to get Lars, and I wanted him with the Catalyst style to get him a bit of pace and get a bit of passing, because I do ask my CDMs to make some pretty risky passes at times. Brought Thiago out of the squad because, frankly, Goretzka way outperformed him. Going to give him the engine because I don't really want him shooting, but dribbling, passing, and a little bit extra pace is not going to hurt him. And that is the tactic that I decided to go for with this squad. So we're going to sell on Thiago, especially since Goretzka sells for like 2,000, 2,500 coins, something like that. Thiago up near 10K. I will gladly take that extra 7,500 coins and go from there. So right now I'm giving myself some more options on the substitute bench. I brought Dybala on, I think, at the end of the last game. And that was all fine and dandy. Draxler is a pretty good center forward for the false nine. Not spectacular, but definitely not bad. He would do better set as a CF with a proper chemistry style on him. But that is one of those things where I'm talking about I have a lot of learning to do this year on FIFA, and it's going to become very apparent. So you're going to see I'm like changing things up. And this is when you see me starting to tweak things like this, for no real necessary reason. Like, I could have chalked up that last game to just a pretty, like, a solid-ish player that gave me a good game of FIFA, and I missed and didn't take some of my chances, but I came out with a win, and, you know, I'll do better next game. I'm learning about the squad and the formation and what works and what doesn't work. But when I start tilting, and you guys might know this too, this is where rage selling comes in. That's a topic that people love to say, yeah, I like quick sold my player, rage sold my squad, whatever it is. I start tweaking like unnecessary things, thinking, oh, maybe these like little adjustments, like it can't hurt. I'm not generating tons of chances, or I'm not finishing my chances when I get them. So I don't know. But this falls to Wombernat, and that is a fantastic finish. Nice little stop and turn. Didn't take much. We managed to get a goal in the 33rd minute. Thank goodness. And I thought, okay, all is well in the world. I'm going to be just fine. It's a nice little stop. It's not a great shot, but it's got enough power on it. It's not really placed well, but he's a left back. Let the man be. So I was trying to pause it a minute before that. I can't actually remember why. But we get a nice attack working here. And you can see Arturo Vidal's that high attacking work rate. He loves getting forward. Like, absolutely loves it. I did a wing swap, pushed Arjen Robben over to the left because for whatever reason, I can't remember, but it was something with this guy's outside backs. They were just... like, Robben, I thought, would take advantage of the right back better, and Douglas Costa better advantage of the left back. And did it work out? I don't know. I can say yes because I managed to get a goal after the wing swap. I could say no because it wasn't either of the players that scored the goal. And it's just a nice goal from Draxler with the pullback and the left foot. I want to say he has 5-star weak foot, but I'm not totally sure. I want to say he had it in past FIFAs, but I don't know if it carried over this year. So we managed to win that game 2-0, which is fantastic. It is great. And that is a much better start because we've won 2 games, which should have been from 2. But I'm right there with you guys. Like, at the very core, while I do make YouTube videos and I love talking FIFA and, you know, passing along what works for me, if you want to like call it advice, call it whatever, it's what I enjoy, how I enjoy playing the game. When it boils down to it, I suffer from a lot of the things that you guys suffer from as well. So I'm sitting here going, nice. I've got, I guess, 2 wins, but I'm 2 wins of 3 wins because we have that disconnect, and losing one of your first 3 is just not that fun. So why am I switching formations? I don't know. Like, now I'm watching this back and going, Japes, you just won your only 2 games that you'd played. What are you doing? It's like I'm actually, you guys, I wish this is one of those where face cam would be nice because I'm looking at this and I'm just laughing to myself. Like, this is just illogical because it's not helping me get any better with the formation or any more used to the players and like what's working. I could be sticking to the formation and tweaking like the custom tactics a little bit. Like, hey, my players didn't press as much as I wanted to that game. Let's up the aggression and up the pressure. That might be a better thing to do. And I would recommend that for you guys. Before you go about changing your formation drastically, maybe try playing with some of the instructions and the custom tactics. Like you guys, this is also very much a learning lesson for me. I realized I could pick up squad fitness cards for like 550, 600 coins. So I wouldn't even necessarily have to use the fitness squad that I built because I'm getting like still 1,500 coins a match, and that still nets me 1,000 coin profit, and my team, well, 1,000 coin profit every other match, but 1,500 coins regularly, so that's pretty good. And I want to play with this team because I was like, yeah, I need to get better with this team. So here I am tweaking instructions, but like, are they the right instructions? Like, so maybe what I would recommend is don't tweak too many things at once, right? So I found that my midfield was maybe struggling a little bit and I wasn't winning the ball back as quickly as I would have liked to been. Maybe I just tweak my midfielders a little bit. That would have been a smart decision. So you guys will be able to learn from my mistakes, and I'm sure we'll all be better going on into the next weekend league. Like, that's just the way FIFA goes, because everybody's going to have more coins, and you're going to start to see some seriously stacked squads. Seriously stacked squads. And that's right there. I was like, maybe I just need to go to bed and like not play any more FIFA. And then I was like, whatever. It's a weekend league. Like, I got a beer in my hand. I'm a pretty happy guy. I think we'll just roll into another game. I think the key word right there. Coming up against Max Baller, and this is the game that just totally put me over the edge. Like, I should have gone to bed. I should have done it because this guy's so. He was a very, very slow player, which is fine. 4-1-2-1-2 wide. It's a pretty solid formation this year if you use the custom tactics and keep your width narrow. Because defensively, then your team pinches in, defends like it's a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, which is a good defensive formation for FIFA, in my opinion. But you can see he put one shot the entire game, and like it was not a good shot. I don't remember it even really being that close. I did not finish my dinner. In fact, I want to say this game, I should have included it, but I was through like on a breakaway in the 90th minute, and I just like accidentally double tapped the B button because I was like, the nerves got to me. Which some of you guys that have been around for a long time, some of you haven't. Like, I've played in bigger matches. I played for a match with $10,000 on the line at one point, and I didn't freak out. But I was confident in my formation and confident in my ability at that point. Right now, I'm a mess. I'm an absolute mess. So this is at 130% speed, so it's sped up a little bit, but not a ton. And I'm just not as good at penalties anymore either. So what you're seeing is me coming to terms with my above average FIFA ability, but this was like eye-opening. It's not that I feel like I truly got outplayed in any ways here, right? What's frustrating is, and I'm gonna try to get somebody on to talk about, or some of the competitive players on to talk about what they thought about the weekend league and, you know, competitive and the state of the game and all that sort of stuff over the next few days, because I think it would just be good and fun, and I think it's beneficial because these are the guys that are essentially looking for exploits that are going to give them some sort of competitive advantage. I'm not saying exploits, but they're trying to figure out the best, absolute optimum ways to win the game. And some of them have different styles, but like a lot of times people play FIFA at like the highest level will play in a semi-serious way. Like right now, in my head, I want to go play the 4-2-2. Like, I love the idea of that formation, and I think it's just like a great little formation, but I need to figure out like how to go about playing it, because it's a formation that I truly, truly have fun with. But when I don't win on FIFA, like when I consistently don't win, you can see this guy's like one shot. It was Japes, please. Right there with you. But I love the idea of the 4-2-2. I think it's a cool formation. I love the attacking mids. I love that it's got two strikers. I love that it's got two DMs. The attacking mids are a little bit wider. I think it adds potential for a lot of free-form attacking play. If you get one striker drops a little deeper, it can switch to like 4 attackers with like a right wing, a left wing. It's just very cool in my mind the way it can kind of morph. But on FIFA traditionally, not since like 14, I don't think it's been a really good look. So here we're changing it to a 4-2-3-1. Why? Well, because I didn't win. But did I, here's the thing. I was looking at that last game. Did I not dominate the game? Maybe not on the possessions sheet, because that guy was like a slow player. But I had 8 shots, 5 on target, and I only gave up 1 shot. So really, while I did lose on penalties, I still should be looking at that like, hey, that's, you know, those games happen. We all have those. But I still outplayed him on the stat sheet, not on the final score. And this is one of those things where like FIFA's weird. Because mentally, the things FIFA does to all of us, like this game makes people think irrationally. And it's like FIFA, the psychology of FIFA. That's going to be the title of this episode for sure, because that's really all we're talking about is I am 100% going to like bring this up like time and time again now, the psychology of FIFA. I absolutely, there is something to this, and I am 100% guilty with you guys. But if we can train ourselves or figure out what our mental blocks are, what things will set us on tilt and limit those, we're going to come out ahead more often than not. It's like an odds thing, right? So if you're, you know, blackjack would be the only that just drove me nuts because I was watching that pass. But not watching it well enough, I guess. So you can see I like slide back with a run, and still I thought I was close enough to him. My player just kind of froze a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I did something weird controlling him, but I didn't stop it. Anyways, so the psychology of FIFA, I think there's something to that, and I think eliminating the kind of weird things that will grind us I think will be beneficial for all parties, me included, and maybe you guys. So it's something to think about. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about, what can really like quite tilt you. Like there are things that I even talk about where it's like if Daniel Sturridge scores on me with his right foot, I just like and does his default celebration, like it just totally grinds me. Like what is that? That should be nothing. So I need to train my mind to just like totally ignore that. And it's easier said than done. And right here, I was just like literally trying to take him out because I am just like frustrated. I'm frustrated that I'm not dominating by more, and just like while I'm getting these chances, I'm like rushing my chances and forcing things, and when I get good chances, I'm not finishing well. Nice play here from Robin though, and I finally make a smart pass, a smart composed pass across goal and get a tap in. That goal, I was like, nice, I'm back, I'm on it. Let's go. Ugh, guys. My email is airjapesfifa@gmail.com. Now that the weekend league is almost over, I would love an ode to the weekend league. Poems from you guys on the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the gold, the silver, the bronze, the elite, whatever strikes your fancy. Please send those in, and I will read some of the better ones off as I go through my matches. It will make me happier knowing that you guys are right there with me. And know that I am right there with you as well. And if you mention Path to Power as well, or something that I talk about, FIFA psychology, smart passes, smart girls, dirty talk, top net, whatever, all the better. So this is like, what is going on in my head right here? I'm watching this back. This is hysterical. I switched to a 3-4-2-1 because I am bored of low-scoring matches, and I tweeted about this as well. I just won that one 3-1. Scoring 3 goals in a match is pretty darn good. You guys are in store for an interesting few episodes. So drop a like if you did enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, how your experience has gone with the Weekend League. Other than that, I'll be back with that episode probably first thing tomorrow morning. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.